change. I got everything all maxed out.
Hello, everyone.
That's awesome.
In about 5 minutes, we'll begin the presentation here.
And that's a surprise for me. I got an update. Well, 16 gig, but oh man.
Just a
Oh,
quick
well.
update. Looks like Boston let us know that we will not all be getting flight following, which is what I expected. So don't worry, the slides aren't going to change. We've got all this same stuff in there. So excellent. Wonderful. That's fine, man. Let's bring them in. This is the test. If they can do this.
At which location? At departure or destination? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, it sounds exciting. All right, good practice for everyone.
Go jump off a bridge real quick.
Right now, I don't see that in my vPilot as controllers. I just have departure, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they'll
love an A330 with the tail on the ground.
That's me.
All right, a couple more minutes and then I'll jump into these slides.
Yeah, and I'm the poor Cessna parked right beside him. That looks so puny by comparison.
That was parked beside him before you got crushed.
Yeah, exactly. I only seen Nantucket approach on. Do you know if they're planning to bring along some other controllers on the ground here?
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. They're going to log on
okay.
some newer ground people and stuff.
Got it. Sorry, I missed that bit.
It's gonna be a hot minute.
How
That's
hot?
the very first thing I'm going to talk about. Being patient. It's going to be a little bit hectic, but luckily we're all VFR calls. So it'll be one call. We're going to get taxi clearance. Bam, we're out. Man, look at all those people over there on the east ramp. That's a bunch of planes. That's great.
Who are we calling for taxi clearance? Is it Hyannis or?
It's Hyannis. Yeah, Hyannis ground when they hop on.
Okay, I was about to say I don't see him on, so that's why I was asking.
He's not on yet.
It's top down, so if he's not on, you can call the person above him.
It is Hyannis, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Nantucket approach covering it when the others
That's
aren't on.
correct, yeah. Nantucket approach called Boston approach, though.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah, I just got all of these frequencies already programmed into my radio and whatnot, so I was like, oh God, please don't make me change all this now.
Right.
No, I'll be all messed up. I've got everything situated in my notes and everything, where I got to go, who I got to call, everything, when and what.
That's why on events like this, I don't usually finalize my frequencies until I'm ready for departure.
The chaos is a little bit of the fun.
Yep.
Is the briefing starting in 5 minutes?
I thought someone just spawned right inside me.
All right.
I don't know. I'm like about to have a heart attack over here, man.
Yeah,
spawning
people will be spawning it. There's only so many spots, so people just move around. I taxied myself out.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to start up and then taxi out here a little bit. Get out of people's way and vacate the current spot.
I don't know who. November 410. I don't know. Wow, there's like 4 planes right here beside me, all mixed together.
Just to see him fail. But when the doors eventually opened, no one knew what had hit them.
That's pretty bad when you're so close. I can't even see your number.
Okay, anybody who's trying to spawn in right now, you can grab East Ramp 5. I'm going to be vacating it momentarily.
Alejandro, you and I both server muted at the same time. I'm like, who unmuted him? Like, I really love the song. All right, let me switch over to voice activated chat, and then we can talk about the weather and then go through this briefing. There we go. So thanks everybody, first off, for joining this cool flight we put together. When I wanted to do this flight, I was thinking, you know, we were having a ton of fun doing the VFR flights, VFR cross-country flights, and I was like, let's just do one for Thanksgiving and call it a thank you flight. And then Alejandro put this thing together and blasted it out to all the members and was reaching out to people. And then all of a sudden we had like 80 people registered. When I put the thing together, I said, no, I mean, if we get 50 people, I think that would be, there's no way we're going to get more than 50. And then he's like, want to bet? And then it blew up to what it is now. So thanks everybody for joining. I've been EC here for, I don't know, like 6 months maybe. It's been real fun. Real fun to do the discovery flights with everybody and kind of help along in the Discord. So thank you so much. Also, thank you to everybody who donates their time to instruct, and Alejandro as well for hosting everything, keeping it up. Real fun group. Definitely one of the best groups here for VATSIM that I'm a part of. So big thank you. Oh yeah, no worries. Like I said, I've been only doing this for a short time, but the weather looks like it's going to be clear for the entirety of this flight. Let's just look it up real quick on SkyVector. The weather now is clear skies out of Hyannis, and few clouds and a scattered layer at 2,500 over Boston. So we're going to be flying well above that. Portsmouth. So there's a broken layer. When I did this this flight, when I was doing my descent, I kind of had to jig-jog around stuff. So that's really the only big concern when you're landing. Just make sure you stay clear of any clouds.
The last aircraft going off the first again.
Oop, I am on the line.
I just took a screenshot of both ramps. I'm like from a camera view up in the air here.
That's amazing.
Cool.
One thing I wanted to say, if you want anybody who's taking pictures, please throw them in our media channel. We'll compile something. We'd love to look at it. The just chaos and all these planes.
All right, so everybody take screenshots then, right?
Well, on that note, I have a question about that and VATSIM. If I'm in the camera mode and I'm like in free camera, kind of floating around taking pictures, that's not going to show my aircraft up in the air, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah. The position reported is where your plane is. There's some
check.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, so let's get through this real quick. That way we can get everybody off and we don't hold up anything. So we put together a little gift. We did a new VATSTAR livery for the Just Flight Warrior. So this is going to go up on the website if anybody wants to grab it and fly it. I know there's several people who like to use this plane for their P1 or P2 tests. I did a little link at the bottom there. I know Alejandro's is getting it hosted here though, so that'll be coming into the space. But there's our gift to you for now. We're going to give away some other stuff too. Skyline Simulations does sceneries for X-Plane, and they've got one for Microsoft Flight Sim, but it is having some issues with the latest world update. I'm certain they'll probably patch it. It's for Long Beach, and we do a ton of discovery flights out there, and I picked it up. It looks real nice. There's a little bit of a conflict with Orbix but it's just with some of the houses further out, real minor, but looks real good. I think it's all on super sale for our event. It's like $11, and we're going to give away 3 things with them. I think you could choose anything you want, though. It doesn't have to be that. What we're going to do is we're going to look at all the planes that are flying, and if you've got VATSTAR in the remarks section of your flight plan, and you fly the whole thing, then we're going to take a list of names, and then after the event's all done, we're going to go through our registration stuff. And if you registered for the flight, did the flight, then we'll probably just send you an email with instructions on how to redeem that. And we've got our VATSTAR official live streamer, CEO. If you want, you can go to his link in the Discord, or he's got his scan right there, so you can follow along if you want.
Hey, sorry to interrupt you, but I have a question there.
What's up?
I don't think I registered for the flight, but is it still possible for me to enter the giveaway just by flying it today?
Yeah, if you want, but please register so we have your email, so we have a way to reach you. So, because otherwise, how are we going to give it to you? So, yeah, but you can. The registration is open through the end of the day till midnight. So, all right. So hopefully, when you got into this, you took a look at the route. I put together this presentation about 2 weeks ago and put it in the event. So if it's your first time seeing it, that's no big deal. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to fly VFR northwest, and we're going to try and stay out of this humongous Bravo circle so that we don't get in anyone's way. But we also want to stay close enough to the beach so that if we have an engine failure or something, that we don't land in the middle of the Atlantic. So what we're going to do is basically follow the beach at a VFR appropriate altitude, like 8,500, which keeps us way clear of that 7,000 shelf. Hello? And it should allow us to go straight there. Boston does have yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, let me just finish. Yeah, anyway.
Is there a visual I'm meant to be seeing, or?
Yes, hop in, double click my name in the Discord, and you're going to be able to see the presentation. There's also a link in the event. So you can load it up, keep it open for yourself during the flight if you want to reference anything.
Robert Jaleka?
That's me.
Watch stream, is that the one?
Yep, you're just going to double click my name there.
There you go. Thank you so much.
No problem. Okay, so anyway.
Good morning from Australia, anyway.
Good morning. Okay, so let me just get through this.
I think he's got a lot to get through, guys.
Yeah, please let me get through this, and then we can ask questions. So, so we're just going to be basically following the coast. There's a preferred IFR routing that basically follows this exact flight plan. It's basically straight the Boston VOR. So if you're going to file an IFR route, that's probably what they're going to give you. I did a little flight planning here for your how much fuel you're going to need for the flight. This is real similar to something I do on the cross-country flight. I'm going to skip over this. This isn't a training flight, but just know it's going to be about 16, 17 gallons to get there in 172. For Hyannis, hi Hyannis, let me check those winds actually really quick.
Looks like we're favoring runway 24, I think.
24? Okay, I think that's what I've got this set up for.
Winds are fairly calm, though.
Okay. So most likely, depending on the controller's skill set, to be honest, they'll either give us a departure on a leg of the pattern, so they might say right crosswind. If they say that, you're just going to climb to the crosswind altitude, which is 700 feet above ground level, begin your turn 90 degrees, and then get out of there. They may say depart straight out, then turn on course. So if they do that, who the heck is talking? Well, we're going to just help them out.
Robert, sorry to interrupt. I just landed at Hyannis and he was using number 06.
Okay.
The controller.
The 8 is the same 24 now.
Okay. Again, we'll probably be told to depart straight out, then turn on course. And so what that means is you're just going to climb to 1,000, and then you're going to who the heck's dog is barking? Let me help them out. There we go. There we go. So for the POH for the 172, it's going to take about 19 miles to climb to our cruise altitude. There's no clouds, so we shouldn't have to worry about dodging any clouds out of here. We asked Boston, do you want us to call for fly following? And they said, no, thanks. So they didn't say that. They said it would be difficult to manage that many planes en route.
Do you blame them?
No, I don't at all. And I expected it in the slide here. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to steer clear, basically flying straight at Boston, which is the preferred routing for IFR. And then we're going to cut across and follow the beach to the north. There is a little piece on the map that says they want you to contact Boston Approach within 20 nautical miles. If you want, you can dial Boston Approach and advise them you're overflying the Bravo at 8,500. That call would probably not take up too much of their time, and we're going to be staggered enough, hopefully, that that it's fine. They may ask you to monitor the frequency. They might send you back to Unicom. But either way, if we're just flying straight at Boston, following this at 8,500, we're probably going to be just fine. Our top of descent is basically right as we get over out of the Boston Class Bravo area. I did a little top of descent calculation for the 172 here. It's right over the top of this crane habitat, which is this weird little river thing. And what we're going to do is start our descent at about 500 feet per minute down, and that should place us right entering the pattern at the appropriate altitude. Now, as we're flying, when we get closer to Boston, we'll want to check our altimeter, because maybe the Boston altimeter is slightly different than the Hyannis one. Make sure that we're at the right the right altitude. There's basically 3 little like river inlets as you're following the beach. The very last one, that marks the 10-mile out point, and it's when you begin your left turn. Check the ATIS when you get close, and they'll tell you what runway that's going to be used. It's right traffic for runway 16 and left traffic for 34. So we're definitely going to go to the left or the west of the field. And then when you call tower at 10 miles out, they'll tell you what entry they'd like you to do. So if they're going to tell you to join left downwind for 34, you're going to go around the bay. If it's a short line of people climbing in or coming in and there's not a whole lot of people, they might tell you to just go right into the base. So you do this bottom line here. But if it's runway 16, which it was a couple days ago, then you'll just enter the right downwind, going straight line in. Here's some tips from me. If you're flying in a 172, there's VY, but there's also sometimes an unpublished climb speed, like a cruise climb speed. And what you do to calculate it is you just add the difference between your X and Y to your VY to get a little faster climb out. And then it allows you to have your nose pitched down a little more. You can get a little better sight picture of the beach and all those things you're supposed to be following. And climb performance isn't too terribly affected. And we're not going to have to worry about airspace restrictions or anything like that. So it's kind of a neat to use. Definitely, we're going to want to use all our tools to determine our position. We can tune the Boston VOR. We can use our navigation to go direct KPSM, find out how far we are out. Even if we don't see the little bay we're supposed to be going over the top of, we can see how many miles out we are, so we're calling tower at the appropriate time. You can use third-party, kind of resources like Little Nav Map to see all the planes around you. There's even like a Sky Vector moving map mod. That's kind of neat. That'll put your plane over the top of the VFR sectional. I've summarized some of our calls here. Basically, we're calling ground. We're going to tell them where we are. We're requesting taxi for VFR departure to the north. And you can call with or without flight following, but most likely without. And then give them the information, whatever's current. Most likely, if you called without flight following, you're going to get immediate taxi instructions. So they're going to say, taxi to runway 24 via Delta Charlie, something like that. They're probably going to have tower online, and halfway down this Charlie, they're going to pass you to tower. Getting a little more feedback on the stream, so I'm going to... One sec, guys. Never mind. So halfway down, we don't want to all be on 2-4 telling tower we're holding short, ready to go, because we're probably going to upset the tower controller. One thing you can say when you're on Charlie in the line, even when you're with the ground controller, you can do your run up right there and say, hey, we're ready in sequence. And that just lets the tower controller know you don't need to wait for your run up to be complete for them to send you out. You know, when you're flying at a towered field in a GA plane, there's no assumption that you're ready to go at the end. But if you tell them ready in sequence, that's a neat thing to say that lets them know, yeah, I'm ready. Most likely they're going to tell you to take off straight out, which means climb to pattern altitude, and then turn on course. So you'll climb to, I think it's like 50 feet here, climb to 1,000, and then make your right turn, follow the beach. They'll probably tell you to monitor Unicom when you get out of here, unless you ask for flight following, in which case just dial 122.8, and then you're on your way. Like I was just saying in the previous slide, the VFR sectional does ask to call Boston approach when you're within 20 miles. So it might be a good call. Just say, hey, we're one of many coming over the top at 8,500. Or maybe you can just monitor it, have it on COM 2. And then it gives them a good idea. If you're doing your calls without flight following, I kind of put in here what you'd say. I don't know what approach is going to tell us when we call them up. Most likely they're going to say monitor Unicom if it's a ton of us, because they just don't want to bother. But they might say monitor this frequency in case someone's getting into conflict. When you're 10 miles out from Portsmouth, which is right over the top of that last little river area, you'll call up Portsmouth Tower. You'll want to load the ATIS and then say, you tell them your altitude, how far out you are, and the information, what you want. So you say we're 10 miles, 10 miles south of the field at whatever, probably 5,000 at that point. Requesting full stop landing, we have information, whatever it is. And they'll tell you how to join the pattern. Most likely they're gonna ask you to, if you see some traffic, because there's a whole ton of us, right? So if there's traffic in front of you and you see them, they're gonna probably clear you to land following them. So they'll say, okay, Roger, follow that traffic, clear to land number 2, something like that. And that's basically it. So I guess we're right at the top of the hour. Just again, wanted to say thank you to everybody who flies with us, and have fun and be extra patient. There's going to be a line of people climbing out of here. No need to be sassy to any controllers. And then I'm going to have a list of all the controllers who helped us today. So if you want to do a little feedback for Boston, maybe something positive, just to thank you, that might be fun and neat for them, especially the newer guys. They'll probably appreciate that.
Yeah, I have a question there.
Yeah, I'll unmute. There was some background sound from some people, so I had to unmute. I had to server mute.
Well, you don't get to be time manager without.
Thank you, Alejandro. So I'm going to unmute most everybody now.
Wasn't so good at it. Some critics have
Yeah, I
accused
just
us.
unmuted him, but it looks like there's still some background. Thank you. So yeah, anybody have any questions?
Yeah, that was me.
I do.
Go on.
Other guy can go first.
Okay, no problem.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. I'm just new here. How do I join? Do I just join Flight Simulator? And what are the settings I'm meant to
Sure, I'll walk you through
live
that. First
setting?
off,
Yeah,
everyone
thank you
waiting
so
to
much.
go. Yeah, everybody, you don't need to wait anymore. You can call and get the heck out of here. I'll guide him through. So, we have a neat little presentation we put together for, like, if it's your very first time connecting to VATSIM, and if you go to our Discord and you look in the events page and you look at the pinned messages on the top, you're going to see a link there to our discovery flight.
All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get started on the flights. You can see already that I'm kind of loaded up a little bit. I am just getting a couple of extra little things here. Kind of going, and now get us going. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna also push back on the time. I don't want to be flying where it's too dark or something. So there you go. I do have live weather on, so we will see some clouds and, you know, keep that a little bit more on the realistic side of things. But like I said, I am getting a couple of last minute kind of things going for us. Let's see. I'll be able to show you about most of the entire flight. By the way, if anyone is here that can give me a nice radio check, tell me how you can hear me. That'll be really, really awesome. It will let me know that you guys can hear me just fine. So that'll be a big help for sure. Okay. Perfect. You can see some people already starting to move. By the way, any of you guys are actually joining us on the flight, or are you guys going to be just watching the stream? All right, I don't know what else I can think of to get us ready. I think that when it comes to the stream, ready to go. So let's get that thing going. I haven't set up much of anything in here. I haven't really looked up much of anything when it comes to the flight. So I am right here. Perfect. So I'll be able to actually show you guys a few things, kind of like my ForeFlight that I have set up on here. And then I also have the GTN 750. I have the GNS 530. So I'll be able to kind of go over a ton of that stuff with you. Most of the time, I'm going to be using the GTN 750 stream, and that's what you're able to see at the bottom left of your screen, right, of the stream here. So I'll be showing you a lot of that. But for the pre-flight setup, I will be doing I'll be doing a lot of the actually, let me keep it this way. I'll be doing a lot of the ForeFlight stuff. And yes, this is a custom panel. I built it myself. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Some of this stuff has been donated to us by 4Flight. So like the GTN 750 was given to us by 4Flight. The GNS 530 was also given to us by 4Flight. This awesome, the switcher panels and your throttle, your mixture, your flaps, all of this little bottom piece was given to us by SimMaxit. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. Just those 4 things that I mentioned make this whole entire cockpit just a ton better. But so yeah, this is all made wood, a little plastic. This is 3D printed by myself. I do have a 3D printer. And this is how I'm able to select my fuel tank. Yeah, you're able to see it. I'm able to set up my fuel tank, and it's kind of nice, right? Yeah, this is all. And back here, by the way, it's a panel. I'm sorry, not a panel, a monitor. That's what's behind that whole thing, and that's how I'm able to display the gauges. And then that's it. So first thing I'm gonna go ahead and start doing before I even turn on any of my my airplane or any of that stuff, I'm just gonna kind of do a little quick little briefing. So we know we're gonna stay in the coastline, kind of like how the brief was going. And I'm gonna push, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of give me a good guideline. Now, just FYI, I will not be doing the same thing for the GTN 750. I know you can. I'm just gonna do this right here, and then I'm just gonna follow the flight plan here. But at the same time, like I said, I'm gonna have it kind of preset up as well on the GTN 750. Thank you so much for that comment. I will say it only took me about a week to build it. If you have the right tools, it only takes about a week to, I mean, a week is kind of a lot. I mean, just thin wood, you cut it, you drill the holes, and then you paint it. I mean, this is not the most professional work ever. There's clearly some things that we need to do that I would like to improve at. But I like it. I think it fits me pretty good. So going back here to my flight briefing, there is an ATIS that we're going to listen to just briefly, but I can kind of have an idea of what's going on. And so winds are at 200 at 07 knots. Visibility is awesome. Clear skies. Temperature is 6 degrees Celsius, and the altimeter is 3049, which we can kind of just go ahead and set up here already. But like I said, I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to my ATIS. That's the first thing I'm going to do is my listen to my ATIS, kind of fill it out, and then have it ready for whenever air traffic controller when I'm talking to ATC. So now when it comes to my flight outside, I have, I'm going to say about 50 gallons, give or take a few, which is, if you guys listen or paid attention to that briefing, is clearly more than what we need. I think we need just about 16, 20 gallons. But I do have a lot of extra fuel just because I don't want to be stuck, and then I don't want to be stuck because there's going to be a lot of people trying to leave out of here, and I don't want to be stuck and just burn through that fuel, which I know I won't, but anyways, who's to say that I'm going to keep flying after that? But I'm going to do a little briefing. I run my own little checklist. I mean, this is the Avtero is my own, it's like a little simulator, so I'm just going to make sure my avionics are off, pilot heat's off, strobe lights, all my lights are off, fuel pump is off, throttle is back, mixture is back, flaps are up, parking brakes are set, and then my fuel selector is to both. I'm going to go ahead and come here. I'm going to turn on my nav lights. I'm going to turn on my beacon lights already. I'm going to push my throttle forward. This is what's cool about the SimMaxit system. If you push this forward, it won't work. You actually have to press it, and then it goes. And then I'm going to go ahead and prime the engine by turning on my fuel pump. I'm going to be checking. I'm going to be waiting for about 5 seconds. And I'm going to turn that off. Push throttle back, and then a little in. because whenever my engine turns on, I want to make sure this is running at about 1,000 RPM. I'm gonna push my mixture back. Something else is cool about them, they also have this precision type system, so where you can turn it left and right. It's a lot nicer like that too. Anyway, so there we go, and then I can clear left and right. Shouldn't be anyone here anyways. And I'm gonna turn on my engine. Let's go for it. There we go. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and also give me a little radio check as of if you can still hear me through the noise of the sound, that'd be great. Actually, as it turned out, I forgot to actually turn on the sound on here. So let's see how it works now. Actually, as it turned out, I forgot to actually turn on the sound on here. So let's see how it works now. Alright, so now that we have sound, I'm going to go ahead and turn my avionics on. You see my GPS on the screen kind of coming on. Perfect. So I'm going to be using my GTN 750. I'm going to display that here. I'm going to be showing this. I'm going to be using my GTN 750 as my
system test okay.
For my radio. Actually, it's set up to comms 2, so I don't want to ever forget that. But because I have the GNS 530 in the bottom, I can actually set up a few different ones. So I can actually set up maybe my ATIS is down here and my ground and towered up here. I can do whatever sorts of things. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get my radio frequencies. I did very little pre-flight before this. Everything was just I was just using what Robert had pulled together for us, but I didn't actually set up anything before starting the stream because I wanted you guys to see it all. Alright, so my ATIS is 123.0. 123.80. Transfer that.
And 15. Go Fairman. Further activity in the vicinity of the airport. All aircraft check runway times and all instructions. Advise initial contact. Go Delta.
I think he said we have Delta.
Responsible Union Full Airport. ATIS information Delta 2056. Wind 220 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 6. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3049er. Visual approach runway 6 and east. Line departing runway 6 and 15. Go Fairman. Further activity in the vicinity of the airport. All aircraft check runway times and all instructions. Advise initial contact. Go Delta.
Trying to get the runway, I couldn't hear that.
Responsible Union Full Airport, ATIS information Delta 2056. Wind 220 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature 6. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3049er. Visual approach runway 6 and east. Line departing runway 6 and 15. Go Fairman. Further activity in the vicinity of the airport. All aircraft check runway times and all instructions. Advise initial contact. Go Delta.
Alright, perfect. So, what I'm going to try to get here real quick is the text version of that. So I want to make sure I confirm runways in use are 6. Okay, so we should be departing out of runway 6. That's perfect. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set that up here. Alright, so next thing I want to go ahead and do, I want to go ahead and set up my ground frequency, which is 118.45. I'm going to go ahead and set that to the active one. With my...
Banana 7385 Whiskey is at the FBI.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off just for now.
Yeah, west or eastern? Sorry.
Sorry about the eastern 85 Whiskey.
Hello? Alright, roger. Sorry, Bonanza, my apologies. Bonanza, what was your call sign again?
7385 Whiskey.
That's a 7385 Whiskey, runway 6, taxi via Bravo Alpha, hold short runway 33.
Runway 6 is Bravo
November,
Alpha,
1234 November. Attention all aircraft on frequency Highness Command, please be considerate of others on the frequency and trying to avoid stepping over.
There we go. Alright, that was just a lot of talking. So anyway, so my ground is 118.45. I'm just going to have that up there. I'm going to call them in just about a second. We know that we are departing out of runway 6. I'll let that whole mess kind of build up on its own. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to set up my flight plan. Which I'm trying to remember what was the airport. Kilo Papa Sierra Mike. Awesome. And we can kind of already see what that looks like by coming out here. You see how many people in here. Yeah. So again, we will be flying the coastline, like I said. So, I'm trying to put that up here. Perfect. So, like I said, we're going to be flying kind of like the coastline. I'll show you through this thing. We're going to be flying kind of like that. All through the class Bravo. We're going to climb to 8,500 feet. And then that's... we'll go back in there. Yeah, so other than that, I feel like I'm comfortable to go ahead and start making my my phone calls. Not my phone calls, my calls. It's a lot of people flying. It's gonna be okay.
Flight follow. And over 34 Alpha Mike, sorry for the delay. Runway 6, taxi via Bravo Alpha. Highness ground, November 1234 November. November 7385 Whiskey. Sorry, stand by. Ground center 34 Alpha Mike, please, scope.
Highness ground, Skyhawk Charlie Go Fully Major Victor.
A lot of people. It is.
Ground Cub 21 Echo Papa. Cub 21 Echo Papa, high Annis ground. Can I get a radio check?
Oh my god.
5 by 5.
And ground Cessna 172 Victor Sierra at the east ramp, ready to taxi VFR.
Number 172 Victor Sierra, runway 6, taxi via Bravo Echo, hold short runway 33.
You want to taxi via Bravo Alpha to runway 6, is that it?
Roger, runway 6 via Bravo Alpha, hold short runway 33.
Alpha Bravo and then hold short of runway 33 for 172 Victor Sierra.
November 8 Victor Sierra, request taxi to North.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and flaps down.
East run.
We have the little sticker over show side.
Alpha November 1435 for request IFR clearance, VFR clearance,
I'm going to try to sneak out of here. Best way I can.
Attention all aircraft on frequency, please contact Hyannis Delivery 125.15 if you have not received a clearance. Those who have received a clearance, stay with me on ground.
Hyannis ground, Skyhawk 83 Victor Sierra.
Clear on the right.
Over A3 Victor Sierra.
Don't hit the lights.
We are at East Ramp, request taxi north departure with information Delta, no flight one wind.
Over A3 Victor Sierra, contact Hyannis delivery 125.15.
Good delivery, Victor Sierra.
Over 1 Mike Alpha Hyannis ground. Over 1 Mike Alpha, contact Hyannis delivery 125.15. Ground AI1 with you, requesting IFR clearance to Boston.
What's going on, Airbus 320X?
Hyannis ground over 137 Charlie Tango, request VFR taxi to runway 6. Remember 137 Charlie Tango, runway 6 via Bravo Alpha. Bravo Alpha, runway 6, hold short 33, thank you.
Hyannis ground, Foxtrot 1264, ready for taxi, awaiting instruction.
Foxtrot 1264, you were at the East Ramp, correct?
Correct, Foxtrot 1264.
Foxtrot 1264, runway 6 via Bravo Alpha.
Foxtrot 1264, runway 6 via Bravo and Alpha.
November 1 with you, requesting IFR clearance 3 at Alpha, expedite.
Cross 33 Alpha, expedite, A5
Looks like
Whiskey.
somebody's flying
Number
all
7
over us.
Tree Tango Lima, cross 33 at Alpha, expedite.
Ground November 733 Tango Lima, cross 33, expedite.
November 172 Victor Sierra, cross runway 33 at Alpha, please expedite.
172 Victor Sierra is crossing 33 expedite. So I'm going to turn on my strobe lights. Taxi
Ground
lights.
AI1 with you, requesting IFR clearance to Boston. Alpha Indigo 1, please contact Hyannis departure 125.1.
Approaching runway 33.
Sorry, correction. Contact
Entered
Hyannis
runway
delivery
5,000 feet
125.15.
remaining.
Delivery at 125.15.
And it's ground November 8 taxi, north departure,
I see you, Lau.
information Delta without flight forward.
Thanks, man.
Canada 1435, request exit runway 15.
Canada 1435,
strobe and
runway
runway lights
15,
back off.
taxi via Alpha.
Taxi via Alpha, runway 15, Canada 1435, thank you.
So I'm going to set up
And
my
ground,
heading already. Actually,
Charlie
I'm
Golf
going to
Lima
scoot up
Whiskey
again.
X-ray, VFR departure to northwest with Delta.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, contact Hyannis delivery 125.15.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, back
I'm
to
going to go
delivery.
ahead and switch to
Charlie Tango, Hyannis ground, request cross 33.
119.5.
Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray again.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, you're on Hyannis Towers. 7462, leading to Delta, free exchange is approved.
Frequency change approved, Colonia 7462, thank you.
Tower Bonanza 735 Whiskey, departure to the north.
Bonanza 7385 Whiskey, make a left cross on departure, wind 2204, runway 6, cleared for takeoff.
Left cross on departure, runway 6, cleared for takeoff, A5 Whiskey.
No, I've not done my run-up. I'm not going to do a run-up. A lot of things here don't go wrong in the simulator, thank God. But yeah, no, I haven't done my run-up, and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to skip it. I don't want to be holding up anybody and having to do anything crazy, honestly. I do like them doing the run-up on this setup, though. It's pretty neat, having to go through all the magnetos and all of that. Hey, she knows that, man. You ever seen those videos on TikTok or YouTube or something, like, you know, what women think men are doing, you know, and they're like partying and stuff, and then what they're really doing? I feel like I'm like the prime version of those videos, honestly. And Tower, Cessna 172, Victor Sierra. I know we're number 2, but I just want to let you know we're ready to take off in sequence.
November 2, Victor Sierra, roger.
Probably take off at about 55 knots to 60.
I'm still in for the guy in front of you.
And then I'm going to be climbing at around 80, 75s to 80. Make sure there's nobody behind us. Oh yeah, there are people behind us. So let me get a little closer.
Bonanza 5 Whiskey leading the Delta, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Echo Whiskey 6.
Man, I could have done my run up for sure.
Tower Kennedy Air 1435, we're holding shot for runway 15, we're ready for departure.
Canada Air 1435, runway 15 miles away, traffic departs downfield.
Clear for takeoff, runway 15, Canada Air 1435, thank you.
Canada Air 1435, negative, runway 15 miles away, traffic crosses downfield.
Lining up and hold. Canada Air 1435.
And Bonanza 735 Whiskey, we were supposed to have flight following, I don't know what that's.
That's no matter Boston 18 to...
Okay, Boston 18 to 85.
Contact Boston 118.2.
1182.2, 85 Whiskey.
Because of the amount
Canada Air 1435, runway 15, clear for takeoff, make a right downwind departure.
Clear for takeoff, runway 15, Canada Air 1435.
The one thing I wish I could fix, man, is this crazy light that just keeps flashing.
November 733, Tango Lima, Hyannis Tower, you up?
And Tower 172 Victor Sierra. If he's not up already, I don't mind just going right through him.
November 2 Victor Sierra, why not? Make a left cross on departure, winds 230 at 4, runway 6, good for takeoff.
That was for 172 Victor Sierra?
Affirmative.
Say that whole instruction, I kind of miss it again.
Left cross on departure, winds 230 at 4, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Left crosswind departure, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Approaching runway 06.
There we go. Sometimes
Entered runway 06. 5,300 feet remaining.
Alright, so we got 5,300 feet.
Approaching runway 33.
There we go.
Entered runway 33. 4,400 feet remaining.
40 knots. Go up.
Hyannis Tower, Sierra Echo Bravo Papa Zulu, holding short 15.
Sierra Echo Bravo Papa Zulu, Hyannis Tower, wind 230 at 4, make a right downwind departure runway 15, clear for takeoff.
I'm going to keep my 700 feet about.
Clear takeoff runway 15, Bravo Papa Zulu.
Flaps up. set a left crosswind departure. So once I hit 700 feet, I'm gonna make a 90-degree left turn. Here we go.
Get it Air 1435, limited Delta frequency exchange approved.
Frequency exchange approved in the 1435. Thank you for your service. We'll see ya.
Tower, November 733, Tango Lima.
November 733, Tango Lima, you ready to go?
3 Tango Lima, ready to go at runway 6.
There he is.
Cool, November 3 Tango Lima, runway 6 on the way, traffic towards the intersecting runway.
So I'm gonna go ahead and change my heading right there.
November 3 Tango Lima, runway 6, line up and wait, traffic departs the crossing.
Line up and wait, runway 6, 3 Tango Lima.
1,500 feet. I do have traffic right somewhere right, but he's a little high up, so we're good.
Local.
Getting a nice time right. We're already sitting at 1,800 feet, so we're good.
November 3 Tango Lima, make a left crosswind departure runway 6 bid for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 6 for left crosswind, 3 Tango.
Sierra Echo Papa Bravo Zulu contact Boston 118.2.
118.2, thank you, Bro Papa Salute.
Setting up my autopilot here. I'm going to set up altitude to 8,500. Briefly, I'm going to go ahead and be setting up that autopilot.
Hey, Tower, good evening. November 127, Charlie Takeoff, holding short runway 06, request northeast departure.
November 137 Charlie Tango Highness Tower, making a left cross on departure runway 6 clear for takeoff, wind 230 at 4.
6 clear for takeoff, left crosswind departure, 7 Charlie Tango.
It's already a lot of people flying. The person who was right next to me, that person is I'm flying a little bit faster. Oh, you can see him. Right next to me. It's fast. It shows like a big old commercial jet, but I doubt it. You should be switching me to unit coming.
Bravo Papa Zulu 59 to get you, contact Boston 118.2. November 3 Tango Lima, upon leaving the Delta, frequency change is approved.
Frequency change approved, 3 Tango Lima.
Still hand flying it. We're already at 3,600 feet, so I'm going to push back my mixtures just a little bit so we can get a little bit better power. There we go. And this is where that turning the knob really counts the most, because you can get the best performance out of that. Towers, Cessna 172 Victor Sierra wants to switch to Unicom order.
But that's 201, November 7 Charlie Tango, contact Boston departure 118.2.
Over approach, thanks. 137 Charlie Tango.
Other kind of calling, say again.
172 Victor Sierra, you want us to switch to Unicom?
November 2 Victor Sierra, leaving the Delta, frequency change approved.
Tower, good day.
Perfect. A little bit more quiet now. Now, cool thing about having both the systems here is I can come and have TCAS, and I can also have my my weather. Down here I can have my TCAS. GTN 750 doesn't do weather right now, so it's all right, right? So let me go ahead and set up a heading. And I'll set up my autopilot. Autopilot is going to get me to a 700 feet per minute climb, but of course I can change that as we need to. Crazy stuff. What are you guys doing? You guys joining the flight, or you're just watching me fly? What is that you guys up to? I get messages in Discord, I get messages everywhere. I gotta check that out. Now, I have all my stuff here kind of set up to really help me get a better idea on information. Since I have set, so many different things giving me data, kind of like, hold on, let me set up this airport so I can make more sense of what I'm talking. Perfect. All right, so this is what I'm able to do. I'm gonna go ahead and. So this is what I'm able to do. So on my flight, I have all sorts of things. So I have my estimated time to destination. That's my 1 hour and 2 minutes. That's gonna improve quite a bit as I get to my cruising altitude, which again is 8,500 feet. Then I have estimated time of arrival to my next waypoint. But my next waypoint are just this little, like I set these points by myself. So technically I may not fly over them. So that could be a little off. So, but anyways, between where the airplane is at to there, it's about 5 minutes to get there. I mean, that might be a little bit better. But anyways, I'm not trying to alter the flight all that much. I don't care about that one. If I had actual waypoints set up on my flight plan, then it would make a lot more sense. But just as it is, it's fine. But I know that to my airport, it says that I should be arriving within 57 minutes. Like I said, once I get to that 8,500 feet, my cruising speed is going to change quite a bit. So it's going to be a little bit nicer. Actually, set that up. Next to that, the time that I'm gonna be arriving at the airport, so it shows that at 5:36. That's local time, so Eastern time. And then my I can set up my altimeter. I have it there to tell me my closest altimeter, which is 3050. So I can just kind of update that very quickly there without having to look at any MEDAR or any of that, right? All right, cool. So then, going back to my GTN 750, let me see if I can show you with my mouse. Desired tracking heading, current tracking. I'm able to see all those things there. Then I also have my wind direction and speed right here, and then I also have my distance, how many miles, nautical miles until the distance to the airport that I'm going. Down here on my GNS 530, I'm not sure how well you guys can see it, but it's similar information as in the top. But I'm also able to, what I like about this is I can actually set up designated waypoints, where here I can have different type of data. Oh, my GTN 750 does something there. But I can have two separate things of data going on in here. I don't know if it's a bug with, I'm not sure if there's a bug with Microsoft Flight Simulator, but whenever you try to do nav and follow the flight plan, it gets very shaky. So I tend to fly with a heading bug quite a bit. As we get here to about 8,000 feet, we have 500 feet to go. I have been told not to contact. I've been told not to contact approach to let them know anything that I'm overflying it or anything. So I will not be calling anybody just yet. Now the one thing I've been trying to check is I'm trying to get my winds here. It's kind of hard to catch it with the VFR sectional. Let's see. Okay, so going back to showing you this, I'm going to turn off my VFR sectional. Okay, there we go. So here at about 9,000, pay attention to this because I want to make sure it stops at 8,500. And we shall see a very nice improvement in that ground speed. I'm going to go ahead and let the altitude kind of figure it out. So winds are about 18 knots.
INS traffic, Skyhawk, November 8033 Foxtrot, radio check please.
555.
555, thank you.
I'll go ahead and throttle back a little bit. I don't need to save a lot of fuel, but what I will do is, I'm gonna push this down so you guys can see what I'm doing with my throttle, with my RPMs. So you see it there. Then I'm gonna go ahead and start pushing back the mixture even more. I get a little bit more power out of it. You see it going back down. Perfect. I love that. That gives me a little bit of better fuel economy and then more power at the same time. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my taxi and landing lights because it's so bright technically here that we don't need it. See that airplane kind of flying high by us. Alright, so going back to VFR sectional. So since we are flying at 8,500 feet, I am skipping the class Bravo. So you see where it says 7,000 to 3,000. That was on the outer there. 7,000 the surface. You see it there. Take this off. So as long as I stay over 7,000 feet, I'm going to be clearing out the class Bravo airspace. So that is a good thing. It shows that someone is relatively nice and close to me. It's pretty awesome. Wish I could see it. Yeah, so Chris, I'm sorry it took me a second to get to your question. I just wanted to make sure I get everything set up and I'm not crazy later. But yeah, VFR, the Discovery flights are awesome. It's exactly for what that it's for. It's just to help you set up. So they get posted in the events channel here on our Discord, and then also on our website. Really important that you follow our Discord. If you haven't yet, make sure you go to discord.vatstar.com. Because that's where you're going to get the best information as of up-to-date data on our event schedule and things like that. Yeah. So does ForeFlight shows traffic? How are you seeing traffic? So I'm seeing traffic through
Boston traffic, Colonia 7462 is a Junker 52 at 8,500 feet, 16 miles inbound and flying 8,500 feet.
Yeah, so look, I'm able to, not on ForeFlight, I thought it was supposed to, but for some odd reason
Inbound
it doesn't.
Portsmouth, Colonia 7462.
On unless I'm missing something. But I am able to see it here on my GTN 750. You see how cool it looks. There's one airplane right next to me. It keeps triggering it, but you can see how he's turning away, so it should be good. He's behind me. He's supposed to stay clear of me, so all good on that. But then also, I'm also able to see it on my GNS 530, so that's how I'm able to kind of stay away from that traffic. There you go. I'm going to go back to my map. I'm going to throttle up a little bit. I don't want to be going 89 knots. See, there's traffic ahead of me, and just so we can put it, see the altitude, he's right at, it's right at the same altitude that I am. Then I have one to my left. Let's see how far. It's pretty much there. Less than 3 miles. Not sure if you're able to see him. Yeah, I don't see him. If you guys see him, let me know. That's what's awesome about having the system, right? I don't have to see them. I can kind of keep everyone away from me. Now, the one thing I'm going to go ahead and start doing, since I'm flying and there in the vicinity, you can kind of see where Boston is already at. And once we get to Boston, we're going to start that descent. We're going to start descending to whatever runway we have for air. Hopefully there is an ATIS. Let's see if we have an ATIS. I'm going to update this. It's crazy the amount of people. So that's line up a little bit. Yeah, somewhat. There's the whole line of craziness and mosquitoes flying that way. Anyway, that's Boston right there. And we're coming here. You see that they're starting to get their traffic. They have ATIS, ground, and tower. Let's see if we're not that far to listen to their ATIS already, which is 132.5. Transfer.
2056 Zulu. Web 170 at 7. Visibility 10. Your clouds at 17,000. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 4. Dew point -5. Altimeter 3048. Arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approach in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
Okay, so we so far have Juliet and
Portsmouth International at Key Airport 8 of information, Juliet. 2056 Zulu. Web 170 at 7. Visibility 10. Your clouds at 17,000. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 4. Dew point -5. Altimeter 3048. Arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approach in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet.
So we don't have to keep listening to that, right? But, so that's what we have so far. We have information, Juliet. And by the way, I'm going to listen to this as we get a little bit closer. But it gives me a pretty good idea as of what is it we're going to be doing. So we have information, Juliet. Winds are 170 at 7. And by the way, I might have missed some information. That's why I want to listen, look at the text version of the MEDAR. Oh, nice. I got snacks come. Well, we have winds 170 at 7. Visibility is clear. I heard that we have a few clouds at 1,700 feet, which is perfect. Temperature is a 4, dew point is -5, and my altimeter is going to be 3048. Expecting runway 16. I'm going to be doing a visual landing on that. Getting real nice and close to Boston. I'm sure you guys can see it right there. Right close to it. So I'm going to come back to my flight plan. I'm going to figure out my procedures. likely, hopefully we get the right downwind for the runway 16. Just say that left downwind or something crazy happened. Check that out, but it's a right downwind entrance. That's going to be a really easy one for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up, even though thank you, buddy. Got a snack on hand. Apparently is a homemade trail mix. So take it. You guys ever done these flights before? They require snacks, typically for the departure, right? Because you get so stuck in those conga lines that it's horrible. But anyway, so that's what it should look like, right? Hopefully that is what you get. Now, I wonder... Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come back here. I have traffic right left of me. Still behind me. Real nice. It's running about 9,000 feet. So. Alright, so I come here. Procedures. Approach. Say visual runway 16. I should have just said ILS, but it's alright. Now I'm gonna go ahead and activate it already, even though I think it's gonna really matter here. So I'm gonna check this again. So I want to be able to set up my VNAV. So VNAV wants me. Okay. So I'm gonna set up my VNAV to be perfect. So I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna do it. He's getting nice and close. Yeah. 2 miles. You guys can see him? Let me know. I still can. I was gonna try to get a little bit closer to Boston, but I'm not daring. Yeah, as we get closer to it, I'm gonna come here to my flight plan and I'm gonna set up my VNAV, and it's gonna tell me exactly how to descend. But I'm using ForeFlight and this thing, and all I'm doing is just kind of sticking to my right in front of me. Sticking right to this coastline right here. And then once I get to kind of right here, once I cross to the Boston side, right past Boston Airport, then I'm going to go ahead and set up the VNAV and then start that descent. I could very easily just kind of come here, go through this whole picture of things. By the way, right now my ATA, it's actually, let's do this here. Perfect. My ETA is running about 32 minutes. And that traffic is somewhere around... Oh, there he is. I see the lights. That's cool. Okay. And then a few... I'm going to have more fuel to get there. That's good stuff. So let's go back here. I thought I had it already set up. Maybe I don't. Utility, VNAV. once we get closer to it, I'll set it up, and then I want to set up about a 500 feet per minute landing or descent. All right, so now that he's past me, I'm going to go ahead and push a little to my left. I'm going to give myself a sec. And that was my little snap break. Oh wait, I am using the Google Maps mod, and I'm using the ships, so you can see the ship back in the distance. Ships is cool. That gives it a little nice little touch to the simulator, but the Google Maps is for sure a winner to me. I was actually kind of scared that the new update would break it. Thank God that it didn't. Everything still works pretty cool here, and it looks beautiful. I think it's a big difference using Google Maps for sure. My frames, I have it at I'm not sure if it's the highest level, but I think it's the one under that, and it's running right now 33 frames, 34. When I was at the airport with all that traffic, I was running about 20, so it was kind of suffering a little bit, but it was able to manage just fine. So yeah, if you don't have Google Maps mod, make sure you do it. It's really worth it. It's pretty neat for sure. Bombasso, so I don't get to see traffic in ForeFlight. I don't get to see it. I thought that it was a feature about from the software that I'm using for it, which is called Flight Events. I thought that it was supposed to report traffic, but it doesn't. It really, honestly, it just doesn't put the traffic on here. How I'm able to see traffic is through the GNS and the GTN system. Now, if you know of if anyone here knows of a program that can actually display traffic in ForeFlight, please let me know, because I honestly thought that Flight Events was supposed to. And just so you see, I do have the traffic selected on there, so yeah, unless I'm supposed to turn it off, but no. Yeah, so traffic is set on there to display. I'm gonna soon start making my turn. To cross. I don't want to necessarily fly right over Boston Airport, but I am going to very soon here start making my turn. And then I'm gonna gonna start working on setting all my VNAVs and all that stuff so I can get the proper altitude. One cool thing about the GTN 750, even if you don't know how to set up your VNAV, even if something happens, I feel like not all the times, you know, there's got to be some exceptions to how to set up VNAV because not all the time it works for me. But anyways, if it doesn't, you can still set up the autopilot, and you know, you set it up to 500 feet per minute or maybe 4 or 5, whatever, and it will tell you here when you're gonna get there. So and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, I'll say let's go ahead and start flying straight there already. So it's telling me to go to a 015 heading. So let's set that up here. All right, let's see how we're doing about VNAV now. Yeah, you see, I don't. It's something I know I'm doing wrong, right? Tell you what, let's stick to
Boston traffic, Colonia 7462, 30 miles southeast of Portsmouth, inbound Portsmouth at 8,000 feet, descending 5,000 feet. Portsmouth.
So I went past it from 0 to 20 degrees heading. So back to 5. Well, so anyway, so I can just come here and set up I'm gonna set up 1,000 feet heading, right? And then I can just say, right? I just set it up to 100 feet.
Help on the Toronto airspace, Boston.
You shouldn't notice. There you go. See how it comes in? So what I can do, actually I'm gonna go ahead and stop my descent because clearly I'm way too early to it. But anyway, so it'll tell you, it will pretty much just tell you how to get to that altitude at that point. So never, not ever my biggest worry about that. I do have traffic all around me. I need to be looking after them. So I have one behind me at 400 feet under me. You can see all that, a very nice little view. So it's about 5 miles. That was scary. That person was not 400 feet under, right? Anyways, you can see Boston Airport right there. That's Boston downtown. I think I was there, I don't know if I want to say a couple months or something ago, but some time ago. And it's a pretty big downtown, never been to it. It's a nice little family trip, and it was pretty cool to see how big that downtown and how free those people are. It's a bit crazy. So yeah, so showing that we have about 25 minutes to get there. So we're getting pretty close. Let's see if it's through there. So right now the winds
Can you guys hear me okay?
blowing 28 knots. And it's kind of tough to fly, but it's alright. I have my 98 knots.
5 by 3, how does that work?
Apparently loud, big static.
1, 2,
3 by 5.
There you go. So I have my tower already set up. They have 51 arrivals coming into this airport. That is a fairly crazy number. I'm gonna check my ATIS in a minute again. Actually, I don't know why this was doing that earlier. So I was trying to set up my COM1. I use COM2 for GTN and COM2 for the GTN and COM1 for the GNS. And I was trying to set that up and it would just keep kicking it back to COM2. But anyway, so 5005, sorry. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if I can just monitor. Oh, wait, that. Biggest difference.
Portsmouth International at Key Airport, ATIS information Kilo.
Oh, Kilo, change.
2156 Zulu. Web 170 at 5. Visibility 10. 17,000 scattered. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 3. Dew point -5. Altimeter 3048. Arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approach in use. Advise on initial contact. You have information Kilo. Portsmouth International at Key Airport, ATIS information Kilo. 2156 Zulu. Web 17.
There we go. So information changed to, what is it? I forgot it already. Kilo. So information changed to Kilo. So not much has changed. Still the same runway. A lot of the same stuff for the most part. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and slow down this descent because, again, I'm not supposed to get there to. I'm gonna stop the descent again. Man, I wish I would. There's got to be a trick to VNAV that I don't know. Because like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I know for sure it's got to be something that I'm doing wrong, right? I'm gonna go back a little to my right. I don't have any traffic around me. Ooh, you see that?
Portsmouth Tower, Oscar Kilo.
You see that nice little line of people coming right there, and I'm supposed to fit somewhere in the middle of all of that. So I feel like if I would have been paying a little bit of attention, I would have sped up, kind of gotten in front of those, a little gap between those two. Wow, that's gonna be crazy to figure this out. You can see a light right in front of us. So I take it that's an airplane. Yeah. This guy behind me keeps just going in circles. Got no idea why. But whether you're watching this thing live with me or you're going to be watching it later, I'm sure that I'm going to keep this video on our feed. I hope that you were able to join the flight, fly with us, be with us. We really wanted to make sure we say thank you to our members. Yeah, we really want to make sure we said thank you to everyone. You guys make this a heck of a lot of fun. So, to our staff, to all of our star subscribers who donate to keep VATSTAR running, to our members who put our instructors to the test and join our events and all that good stuff. Thank you to everyone. This is 100% for you. I hope that you guys are part of the giveaway. We are giving, I think it's like 3 things, right? Three things away. So, and thank you to our sponsors, right above us too. The ones who have provided stuff for us for free to be able to make these videos and show you guys a little bit of how I fly. Just an FYI before I continue saying anything, I'm not an instructor. I do this 100% for fun. I just like to fly with you guys. So every once in a while I do this little streams just to talk to people and to show you my cockpit. This cockpit was assigned for our VATSTAR members. It was assigned so I want to make sure I'm not at 7,000 feet. See, I'm descending already. I want to make sure I go past. I'm above 7,000 feet, and I do not enter the class Bravo at any point. So if I have to stop and descend, I'm gonna have to. But anyways, this cockpit was designed for you guys. If there's any kind of FS Expo coming here to Orlando, I will do my best to go ahead and have this put in front of you guys so you guys can play with it. This is for everyone to touch, all of our VATSTAR members, all of our VATSIM members. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Cannot wait until VATSIM releases Velocity. It's going to be an awesome update. I'm going to probably stop my descent here in a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop that descent. Because I'm at 7,300 feet. And I am still within the class Bravo. You guys can see that on the ring right here. I need to get out of that class Bravo before I go under 7,000 feet. But now there's a bunch of traffic to my right. Still can't see them. You can. You know, I see lights. I see some lights. But anyways, I cannot wait till VATSIM releases Velocity. It's supposed to be impressive, amazing, big life changer. I cannot wait till PMDG releases their 737. That's going to be impressive, I'm sure. I had to check because I tend to forget my pitot heat, and I want to make sure that it was on right. The temperature right now is pretty cold. You guys cannot see it. Let's like change it. That's Fahrenheit. There we go. Celsius. But it's pretty cold. So I always kind of check to make sure that I have my pitot heat on. But yeah, there's so many changes coming out, so many things coming out. That is going to be really, really awesome to see. PMDG, Velocity, all this updated Microsoft Flight Simulator keeps coming out. I'm a big fan of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Every time I get on X-Plane to do a couple things, I know that simulator as an overall, it's better. But for Cessna 172, this acts extremely good to me. The views are amazing. You know, as we landing, you guys gonna see some pretty pictures. It's gonna look very realistic. The roads are gonna look awesome. I'm a big fan of what they're doing, for sure. We're about to leave that class Bravo, but I do see that I want to stay a little bit to my left. So I'm kind of getting close to this guy, and he's above us, so I don't want to be in that mess. Whoever's flying behind me, he's doing a great job staying behind me. Right now it's 900 feet above me. Alright, so we can go ahead and continue the descent. Let's just wait till we get out of that ring. I don't want to bother anybody. 13205. Full flight just kind of reminded me of the ATIS. Very soon I'm also going to have tower frequency up. But I mean, we're still far out. So we have about 15 minutes until we get there, and then now the one thing I'll tell everybody, you know, when we're freaking out about, you know, I don't know what to say when I'm talking to ATC and things like that. So always remember there's people ahead of you, so you can just kind of listen to what they're doing, you know. All right, so you see that ring just got there, right? Yeah, I like that. I stay at 400 feet per minute. There's my 7,000 feet. I'll clear the Bravo. I know it shows it kind of off here. They only zoom in. Clear Bravo. I'm looking at 4 flight as well. Same thing. 128.4. It's going to be my ground, my tower frequency. 120.95. I'm going to set that up as come to 125. I'm going to have it active, but it's not going to be monitored or anything. I'm going to just listen to this guy just for a little bit. This tower controller. See what it is that they're doing. Looks like there's traffic already there, so. Oh. There's something wrong here. Tower is 120.
November 1 Lima Hotel, runway 16 full length, line up and wait.
Line up and wait 16, 1 Lima.
November 01 Alpha, say aircraft type.
November 01 Alpha, Cessna Skyhawk.
Thank you. Yankee 92, welcome back to Portsmouth. Left tow enable, contact ground 120.95 on off. Have a good afternoon.
120.95, service Yankee 92.
Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo. Traffic you're following is a Skyhawk on a 7-mile final, sending at a 1,300. Report traffic in sight.
Traffic in sight, Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo.
And I just realized my audio decided to turn off. Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo. Traffic you're following is a Skyhawk on a 7-mile final, sending at a 1,400. Report the traffic in sight.
I have the traffic in sight. You asked me just now. Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo.
Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo. Based on your discretion following that traffic.
That's brilliant.
Base turn following that traffic. Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo.
November 1 Lima Hotel, fly runway heading, wind 1705, runway 16 cleared for takeoff.
Runway heading 16 clear for takeoff, 1 for 1 Lima Hotel.
So we're sitting at, what is it? 5,700 feet? Yeah. And the altimeter, last reported was 349. 3049. Right now it's showing 3047 on my iPad. Well, there you go. That's finally a traffic showing up on 4 flight. Now why is the traffic all around me not showing? It's annoying.
Colonia 7462 is on left downwind runway 16.
And the 7462, roger, expect you to extend your downwind.
Expect to extend downwind Colonia 7462.
So I'm getting kind of close. It's
Echo Bravo Papa Zulu, traffic you're following is a Cessna 152 on a 5-mile right base to final.
Yeah, so we have...
Bravo Papa Zulu.
Oh, there is traffic in sight.
What it looks to me like a wave of people
Echo
coming.
Bravo Papa Zulu, base turn your discretion following that traffic. You're number 3 to the runway.
Base turn, follow the Cessna number 3 on runway 16. Bravo Papa Zulu.
I'm going to go ahead and turn off taxi and landing lights. We're sitting at 5,000 feet. Not that it matters. In the simulator you still cannot see it, but just out of habit, right? Have a little... Yeah, just follow me right there.
You are 1 Lima Hotel, contact departure. Have a good afternoon.
Order departure, good afternoon to you as well, 1 Lima Hotel.
I hope There was no approach controller here.
Portsmouth Tower, Skyhawk 216, Papa Whiskey is 22 miles south of the airport.
Sky 216, Papa Whiskey, Portsmouth Tower, and right downwind runway 16.
Right downwind runway 16, full stop, 216, Papa Whiskey.
01 Alpha, in case I didn't give it to you, check wheels downwind 170 at 5, runway 16, clear to land.
Runway 16, clear to land, November 01 Alpha.
I want to call about
Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo, check wheels downwind 170 at 5, runway 16, clear to land number 2.
Clear to land, number 2, runway 16, Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo.
Sierra Echo Bravo Papa Zulu, check wheels downwind 170 at 5, runway 16, clear to land number 3.
It's 3 in the row.
Clear to land number 3, and gears coming, Bravo Papa Zulu.
And tower says now 172 Victor Sierra is about 18 miles south of the field information, kilo for full stop.
So the 172 Victor Sierra, Portsmouth Tower, good afternoon, enter right downwind runway 16.
Right downwind 6 to Victor Sierra. So I would have probably made that call about 5 miles, at 15 miles away from it. But I know that they are so busy that I don't want to be in the airspace because I can't find my spot into the plane. I found our little hole and went for it. Now, most likely in this whole approach thing, there's little people there. But anyways, in this whole approach thing, most likely I'm going to fit right behind this one traffic to my right. Oh, just dropped.
Go to 7462, make a right 360 per sequence.
Make a right 360, Colonia 7462.
So what I'm going to want to do at some point is I'm going to want to figure out where that traffic is at. Still don't see him.
Sierra 2, Victor Sierra, traffic at your, let's see, let's go at 2 o'clock, 3 miles also northeastbound towards Portsmouth, another Skyhawk, altitude indicates 3,500.
I have the traffic inside, I also have them in TCAS. I see a little light flashing, so.
Roger.
Alright, so kind of going in, I don't want to do that. Because we're going to line it down. So let's see.
Sunset 34, Alpha Mike, going frequency.
There's my 3,000 feet. I'm going to push my mixture in.
November 01 Alpha, welcome to Portsmouth, contact ground 120.905, have a good afternoon.
120.905, have a good afternoon. November 01 Alpha.
Let's see.
7462, traffic you're following is ME08 on a 2.5 mile final descending out of 1,000. Put the traffic in sight.
Traffic in sight, Colonia 7462.
7462, follow that traffic, check wheels downwind 170 at 5, runway 16, clear to land number 3.
Follow the traffic and clear to land on runway 16, number 3, Colonia 7462.
See, he's already giving clear to land stuff, but anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow him, or that traffic. I don't want to pass him or any of that crazy stuff. Right now we're sitting at 2,700, so we still got a bit to ascend. There you go. Doing good.
Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo, last term enable, contact ground 120.905, have a good afternoon.
Contact ground on 108.95. Good afternoon, Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo.
It'll be 120.905.
120.95, Oscar Kilo Golf Echo Romeo.
thought I said that if you press it twice, it should work, but it doesn't. It's alright. I need it to work. Let's see the traffic. I really want to follow him because I don't want to get in between or too fast. Too fast. One thing I want to make sure I do is that I give that traffic in front of me just about enough distance.
Echo Bravo, Papa Zulu, left terminable, contact round 120.95 and off. Have a good afternoon.
120.95.
120.95 and we're turning left. Thank you very much.
Alright, so I just want to have that on standby. The one thing, like I was saying, I want to do is I want to give this.
Portsmouth Tower, this is November 21 Echo Papa, 11 miles south of the field at 5,000 feet, in for you.
21 Echo Papa, Portsmouth Tower, air right downwind runway 16.
The thing I want to do is I want to give him enough space so I don't have to do anything crazy like having to extend downwind, or that's not even worse. The worst thing is having to do 360s in the middle of all this nonsense.
Sorry, was that for me, November 21 Echo Papa?
November 21 Echo Papa, affirmative into right downwind runway 16.
Right downwind 16, November 21 Echo Papa.
So even though I don't see him in person, it's alright. Now I love this, it's saying that I have obstacle right in front of me, so I gotta keep a lookout for that, even though nothing is seen here in the simulator, so that's good. Now, what some people might be wanting to do is kind of go the long way out, and then, yeah, right? So they can kind of skip some of that line stuff that we have to do, but I'm not. I'm sticking to it. I like the stress behind it. It's kind of fun. Let me start paying attention. I don't want to be looking, slowing down too much. And that is because I'm sitting at 1,500 feet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take off autopilot. I'll start doing this thing by myself. You guys can see the fuel already right in front of me to my right, to like 1 o'clock. I feel like I've given that traffic about enough distance, so I'm good. Speed up a little bit. Stop that climb. What I want to do is I want to start descending. Now I'm going to set up my heading here to 16. Now what's your guys' favorite airplane to fly in the
Portsmouth Tower, Skyhawk Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, 10 miles to the south, with information keel, looking for a full stop landing. Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, Portsmouth Tower, and a right downwind for runway 16.
Right downwind, runway 16, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray.
What's everybody's favorite airplane here to fly, right? Is it the Cessna? Is it the Airbus? I'm talking about a Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? So if you have a favorite one, tell me, why does it work for you?
Portsmouth Tower, Colonia 7462, request frequency change.
7462, contact Portsmouth ground 120.95. Have a good evening then.
120.95 and good evening, Colonia 7462.
I know some people say that some commercial stuff are kind of harder to fly, not that good on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I haven't done much of that, to be frank.
Tower November 298 with you.
So That's what I was wondering, right? What's the standards? What do you guys fly? What does it work
There
for
are
you?
298 Portsmouth Tower, check close down 11705, runway 16, clear to land.
Runway 16, number 298.
Roger, 1264, traffic you're following is a Skyhawk on a 5.5 mile final report the traffic inside.
Have traffic inside, Foxtrot 1264.
Roger, 1264, follow that traffic, check close down 1705, runway 16, clear to land number 2.
Clear to land, runway 16, number 2.
Oh, that's a nice
the
one.
Caravan 298, Foxtrot 1264.
I've heard nothing but good stuff for that airplane.
2 Victor Sierra, you saw the Skyhawk at your 11 o'clock in sight.
Alpha is a Skyhawk 10 miles to the south of the field inbound for a full stop landing.
Sky 2 Victor Sierra, do you still have the traffic at your 11 o'clock in sight?
I have him on TCAS, yes sir.
Sky 2 Victor Sierra, follow that traffic, check close down 11705, runway 16, clear to land number 3.
Follow that traffic and clear to land runway 16 to Victor Sierra.
Number 216 Papa Whiskey, do you have the traffic at your 11 o'clock 2 miles, and also in the downwind 1100 in sight?
Have the traffic inside
Yeah,
216
CRJ 700. I almost buy it.
6 Papa Whiskey, follow that traffic, check close downwind
good
1705, runway 16, clear to land number 4.
Clear to land number 4.
CRJ 700, I heard nothing but good stuff about that airplane too. But it's such a new airplane.
November 1234, November, Portsmouth Tower.
That
1234 November, Portsmouth Tower, enter right downwind runway 16.
That I didn't want to get into it, especially since BMDG's supposed to be coming out soon with a new airplane. I didn't want to get into learning a whole other airplane. For what it seems, CRJ 700, the Just Flight airplane. I've had a couple of our staff members have it, and they are enjoying it like crazy. So it's a pretty cool.
November 1264 Squawk VFR.
November 1234, November, Portsmouth
So what I'm
Tower.
doing is I'm actually following
November 1264 Squawk
that
VFR.
traffic right in front of me, the one that says 1,500 feet. I'm slowing down.
This is 1234, November.
There's a similar sounding call sign on frequency. 1 second. November 1234 November.
Yeah, same quarters. Okay, that's awesome. Also
November
8 to 8.
1264 Squawk 1200.
Also 8 to 8.
1264,
coming out with an airplane as well.
1200.
So
And November 1234 November, Portsmouth Tower, enter right downwind for runway 16.
Enter right downwind, runway 16, 1234, November.
I'm about to go into the final.
Portsmouth Tower, Oscar Whiskey Mike Alpha.
I'm gonna send
Oscar Whiskey Mike Alpha, Portsmouth Tower, good afternoon.
Oscar Whiskey Mike Alpha is a Skyhawk 6 miles to the south of the field inbound for a full stop landing.
Oscar Whiskey Mike Alpha, enter right downwind runway 16.
Right downwind, runway 16, Oscar Mike Alpha.
I feel like I can
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-Ray, do you have the Skyhawk at your 12 o'clock standing at a 5,100 in sight?
That's in full stop landing. That's
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-Ray, negative contact.
Portsmouth Tower, Yankee November Alpha Sierra Charlie 7.
Alright, that's my right downwind.
Yankee November Alpha Sierra Charlie 7, Portsmouth Tower, enter right downwind runway 16.
Right downwind, runway 16. For Yankee November Alpha Sierra Charlie 7.
Portsmouth Tower, this is Papa Hotel 926. I'm at 3,000 feet and have information Kilo, requesting full stop landing.
Let's calling tower, stand by. Number 21 Echo Papa, do you have the corrections down to give you your landing clearance?
Negative for November 21 Echo Papa.
Number 21 Echo Papa, do you have the Skyhawk at your, we'll call it 11 o'clock and 2 miles in sight, still on the down?
Insight, November 21 Echo Papa.
November 21 Echo Papa, follow that traffic, check close downwind 1705, runway 16, cleared to land number
You can see all the
5.
lights coming, no?
16 cleared to land, number 5, November 21 Echo Papa.
Portsmouth Tower, November 4637 Golf is L39 Albatross, 8 miles south of the field, looking to land.
Number 4637 Golf, Portsmouth Tower, and right downwind runway 16.
Right downwind runway 16, 4637 Golf.
Who was the other aircraft that called up that I told to stand by?
And that was me, Papa Hotel 926 at currently 4 miles
So
southwest.
I don't want to speed up too much because he's
Papa
only about 3 miles in front of me.
Hotel 9026, Portsmouth Tower, continue in the right downwind.
You can see the line of people coming.
Roger, Papa Hotel 926.
Papa Hotel Kilo Alpha Yankee 1 frequency. Papa Hotel Kilo Alpha Yankee 1 frequency.
Keep him on degrees at 10, flaps at 10 degrees. Just about, in a little bit, I'm going to turn him down to
1 mile south of the exit.
what is it, 20 degrees?
Yankee.
We should just go ahead and do that because anyways I need to slow down.
Say again, call sign only.
About Good Alpha Yankee, northwest of the airfield, 1 mile, 3,500 feet, would you?
Papa Hotel Kilo Alpha Yankee, extend your downwind for sequence.
Extend downwind, Papa Hotel Kilo Alpha Yankee.
Crazy stuff.
Portsmouth Tower, November 8, 3 Victor Sierra, 9 miles south on the 3-0, request full stop.
Right, 3 Victor Sierra, Portsmouth Tower into right downwind, runway 16.
Right downwind 16, November 8, 3 Victor Sierra.
So we should be good to do our thing.
November 29 vacated, runway.
So 29, contact ground 120905, have a good afternoon.
12095.
I agree, right, Chris? I wish that they would do a 172.
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, do you have traffic at your 11 o'clock, 2 miles also northeast bound site DR 40?
A 172 with the gauges or something?
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, traffic in sight type unknown, 11 to 12 o'clock.
A little bit high, so I'm going to start to
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, follow that traffic, you're going to be number 5 to the runway. Number 5, Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, traffic is above.
I don't want to slow down too much where I kind of mess up the people behind me, so I
500.
Portsmouth Tower, Skyhawk 578 Papa, inbound landing with Foxtrot. Shark 578 Papa, Portsmouth Tower, and a right down runway 16. You're going to be following another Skyhawk at your 12 o'clock at 3,700. I have the traffic, we'll enter a right downwind for runway 16. 1, 2, 3, 4 November, extend your upwind and then enter the left downwind.
Portsmouth Tower, Foxtrot 1264, clear of the runway 16, awaiting instructions.
Alright, let's go back slow.
Call sign only, please.
Foxtrot 1264.
Thank you, Foxtrot 1264, contact ground 120.95, have a good evening.
I'm going to try to stop as quick as possible so I can exit.
2095, Foxtrot 1264, thank you.
Papa Hotel 9026, do you have traffic at your 12 o'clock 1 mile, also in the downwind BE9, in sight currently at 900.
I have multiple traffic inside, I think I see the one you're talking about, 926.
Or 926, follow that traffic your number, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 to the runway right now.
Perfect.
Follow the rest of the traffic, number 8 to land 926.
There we go. I'm trying to hurry up a little bit here. You should, man. They're always a lot of fun to be a part of, for sure.
Portsmouth Tower, November 1234, November had some radio troubles. Did you call me over?
November 1234, and continue in the left downwind for now.
I'm going to put my flaps up.
Roger that, continue left downwind, 1234, November.
Since 34 Alpha Mike, Portsmouth Tower, you up?
Delta 34 Alpha Mike, position this runway 16.
Somebody just
34 Alpha Mike, check close downwind 170 at 5, runway 16, quarter line number 2.
Number 2, clear line 74 Alpha Mike.
Papa Hotel, Kilo Alpha Yankee, start your base turn, check close downwind 170 at 5, runway 16, cleared to land number 3.
Duck base runway 06, clear to land runway 06.
I'm going to go to...
Charlie Golf Lima Whiskey X-ray, following the...
Honestly, no need to bother him. And ground Cessna 172 Victor Sierra just exited runway 16. Charlie going to Port City Air. Stop right here.
Roger, this is number 172 Victor Sierra, Portsmouth ground, hello. You can taxi there via Alpha November.
Alpha November 172 Victor's here. I need to calibrate my flaps because that's what it keeps doing, that stuff. That noise.
Ground Skyhawk 216 Papa Whiskey at Charlie.
216 Papa Whiskey, Fort Ground, hello. GA taxi via Charlie Alpha November. And follow the Cessna in front.
Charlie Alpha November will follow the Cessna 216 Papa Whiskey.
Oh, nice. So welcome. It was a struggle to get in here for sure. And there's some people that are just doing some crazy stuff. I think. I'm not sure what they're doing. Looks like they're just going in circles and stuff. So we're going to be taxiing all the way down to Alpha here. And then left in November. And kind of, I think we're going where everybody's kind of at. Where it says that Seacoast helicopters or something, right? What a beautiful flight. Weather was great. A little bit strong headwinds, but so it kept us flying a little bit slow. We did fine. I think we took off with about
ground, Cub 21 Echo Papa,
50
requesting taxi to ramp.
50 gallons.
Echo Papa to the ramp, taxi via Alpha Papa.
Took off maybe at around 50
Alpha,
gallons,
Alpha,
and we're sitting at around 32, 33 gallons.
Alpha Papa.
Alpha Papa, thank you.
But as we go ahead and end this stream and this flight, I just want to go ahead and thank you again, everyone, for watching this video, joining me on the live, joining the event, being a part of VATSTAR, whether that's by being a member, a staff, a supporter, a sponsor. Thank you to all our sponsors, and make sure you check them out. We will be giving out information about the giveaway very soon. Check out their website. They do, frankly, very cool stuff. How do you have that chart thing? We're talking about on the bottom left screen, we're talking about the GTN 750 that I keep zooming in and out. Or we're talking about the one on my iPad in the center of my yoke.
Tunica Papa, looks like you missed Papa there. Just turn around November.
But so, while we wait for that answer, Stephen, again, thank you everyone for being part of this whole thing. Be on the lookout for the giveaway. But yeah, Stephen, let me know, what are you talking about? Whether it's the GTN 750 or you're talking about the 4-flight. I don't want to miss my November turn. Oh, what? Yes, though. It's okay. Well, so that's GTN 750. That is right here. That's what's showing on the bottom left of the screen. And then I also have, like I said, 4-flight. The one zooming in and out. Okay, so that is real sim gear. GTN 750. That's what I have on there. And I forget what the software is. I mean, it's a GTN, but I know they use, it's a software that they use. You can find the other answer. I don't have to be lazy. It is TDS GTNXI. I just got a message thing on the pilot from an airplane. Check on him later. There you go. That's what this amazing, super hectic and busy flight will look like. Very, very thankful that nothing crazy happened. I'm not going to U-turn. I'm just going to park in front of everybody there. I'm going to turn off my avionics. First order of business. That is a pretty unique tow dragger with the nose wheel. Turn off my taxi lights. Come right here. Parking brakes are set. Throttle back. Make sure back. Airplane is off. All my stuff is off. My magneto's coming off. My battery coming off. Well, but like I said, again, everyone, thank you all for joining me. if there's any questions you have about anything in this video, anything in my cockpit, anything at all, just be sure to drop in a question. Just put a comment. Send me an email to Alejandro, my first name, at VATSTAR.com. See me on Discord. I'm always there. Whatever you guys need, just make sure you drop in those questions. I'm always here for everybody. So again, thank you all. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until the next one.